doing today?
Hey, Grace is back.
Oh, welcome
It's-
back. You're in the same... Oh, no. You're wearing different...
No, it's a different day, Reese.
Different
Look,
day.
it's freezing out here. I had to wear the same jacket, okay?
Yeah,
Yeah, what the fuck, Reese?
hey, it's been really cold 2 weeks in a row. I'm really sorry. How are you all doing?
Fine.
Chilly.
Yeah, a bit chilly.
Looking forward to...
We'll heat things up this episode.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Not like that. And
Oh.
you won't actually be warmer, but...
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
What's the topic, Reese?
Were either of you wrestling fans when you were younger?
Hell
That's
yeah.
a big yes from Dylan.
Yeah.
Not
I went to wrestling.
I made it so... You went to wrestling.
They came to Melbourne once. Dad got me tickets on the walk where they walk down the ramp. We were literally on the side of the ramp, and I high-fived Triple H. We know Triple H. I don't know if
He's getting a mention in
Okay.
this?
Jeff Hardy wasn't there. I was a bit sad about that. High-fived Randy Orton, though.
WWE.
Wow.
Yeah, they came out. Like, Triple H is like one of the greats, you know?
After this, he may not be.
Ooh.
In the wrestling world, for a 10-year-old, he was...
In the wrestling world, he may not be.
Ooh. Dylan's about to
But
have
he
his
was-
heart
he
broken.
was-
But he was...
No, but he was part of...
I high-fived him.
What was that group? He was with him and Shawn Michaels.
DX, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Or something
DMX,
else. There was an
not
X in
DMX.
there. I
DMX?
could...
R.I.P. Sorry. Rey Mysterio. Oh man, he was the greatest.
Some good
But
names.
this is they're like fake wrestlers, right?
Oh,
No.
whoa! What?
Like what's
It's a
the
persona.
what's
I
the
guess.
like? There's wrestling as like the Olympic sport, right? Is it
Mm.
an Olympic sport?
Yeah, but that's like grappling.
Do you know what grappling is?
That's not like
That's what I'm asking. But is
Olympics. There isn't like hell in the
Wrestling
cell.
it's entertainment, I believe.
yeah.
But like it's still everyone's jacked as shit. And they still can hurt each other,
Yeah.
but they know how to do
But
it.
it's like a performance show. Performance.
I don't
the
know.
word
Some people nearly died.
Dylan's
sometimes.
crying.
People do die sometimes. Some
Little
people have
Dylan.
died.
In the ring. I remember there was this one time
You were in the ring?
they invited me up. Man, I had
Who
so
wants
many,
to get slammed?
I had so many dreams.
Wait, how old are you?
Right now?
No. Wait, yeah, when you went to the
I
wrestling.
was in primary school.
Oh, like me, a bit. That's still a bit.
Not
me.
so high pitched.
Yeah.
I used to like have dreams where I was like where I'd like fight other people from like school, like primary school and stuff, to like impress girls.
Wow.
Like in a WWE setting.
Yeah, so it'd be like
You'd
you know
run down the ramp.
the cute girl, maybe Grace was there, like in the
Oh,
crowd,
yep.
and like I'm fighting like Reese, but I like beat Reese and I do like all cool stuff. And,
Oh,
you know,
okay.
and she's really impressed by it.
Wow. I don't know whether you were telling me this. I almost hope no, it's not that bad. But was it you that was telling me that you used to play the wrestling game?
Of course, I had many of them.
Okay.
I had the Steelbox version of 2012 SmackDown versus
Wow.
We
Raw.
got a big
Look at
fan
this.
over here.
Yeah. Is it also true that you were the one who?
Here we go. Yes.
Do I need to say it?
Yeah, you can say it.
I believe. Well, I mean, it might not have been you, but I'll say it just if it is.
I think so.
I think you just confirmed it was.
Oh, okay.
About the
Then,
loading screens?
Yeah. When you were loading up the game, you would always choose the.
No, so you could choose. So, do you want me to tell it?
Yeah, you
Okay.
go.
What
So-
game is this?
SmackDown versus Raw wrestling, right?
The
Okay.
hardcover edition.
Steelbox.
Steel box.
Steelbox.
Steel cage.
And so the loading screens before you pick the fighters and then it loads to go into the match, and it
Mhm.
used to have like stats and photos of fighters, but you can go into the settings and pick which fighters you want to see. I just turned off all the guys, so it's just the
Oh,
the
just-
divas.
Just the
Divas.
oh yeah,
Wow.
with the big bazookas.
Oh, well, not always. Like they were just like mostly fit.
Hmm. But they
Sure.
were ladies,
Yeah,
opposed to
With
men.
but no, they didn't have big
skimpy-
bazookas. Grace said,
Oh,
skimpy clothing.
"Oh, skimpy clothing."
So?
Yes,
Yeah,
there wasn't any mud stuff. I
and
don't think.
signs. Like you wish
I
there
hope not.
was.
Yeah. I was really missing out on the mud stuff.
No, but I always remember like, this isn't a thing about me.
I think he's
the
doing the
truth
topic.
comes out. Yeah, okay.
I just haven't talked about wrestling in ages.
Yeah.
I did actually look up because I saw this video of Jeff Hardy, who was a do you cover him at all?
No.
He was a
Are you
classic.
familiar?
I dressed up as him for New Year's once,
Oh.
and as John Cena. And
wow.
but
the
there's a
same
video of Jeff Hardy like signing stuff for fans or whatever. Like real recent. Like it was on TikTok and it
Mm.
was like only a couple weeks ago.
Is he still wrestling?
I don't think so. I think he's just more of the personality.
Okay.
But he just seemed like a super nice guy still, and I was like, nice. Then I
No,
went
no
back to
Jeff
watch-
Hardy slander in this.
Oh, it didn't need to
Just
be
saying.
slander. We could praise the guy.
No praise either.
Okay.
Not even a mention in this, actually.
Okay.
Because I believe I did a topic ages ago, first season, where
Yeah,
I think it was really interesting wrestling
Yeah.
personas, where they were very interesting. I honestly don't remember any of them, but
Really stuck with you.
yeah. But I thought I came across some videos on Instagram, and it inspired me to do this topic.
So we're talking about WWE.
Yeah, we're talking about the wrestling. Yeah, WWE. So I think that, like you said, the SmackDown and Raw, which are like subsidiaries, or they're like,
They were the show. So
oh, that is the show.
WWE was either SmackDown or Raw, and they
Oh,
had,
WWE is the company that owns
Yeah.
everything. Yeah, okay.
and then there was they were the two main ones. The only differences are the rosters. Like so, you're either signed to one or the other.
mm-hmm.
But then there was like XCW or something like that, and that was like the hardcore one, and it was like all black. Like the other ones are blue and red, and this one was like all black coloring, and they
The
had like
hardcore
chains. They would use like
Oh.
barbed wire and shit like
Oh
that.
my
What
lord.
the fuck?
That one got pretty extreme.
Damn, I got a tag team partner right here for this episode. I wasn't planning on this.
Yeah.
And a wrestling reference. Damn, I'm loving this.
Yeah.
He's your
okay.
backup.
All right, so this whole segment, I'm essentially blaming it on one person. Most of these happened under his authority, I guess.
Vince.
Donald Trump.
His name was DT gets a mention in this one
Oh.
at the very end, special mention. Yeah, the name Vince McMahon. So he's currently, I still think currently the CEO of WWE,
Mm-hmm.
but he was also a performer / wrestler at the time. At a time,
Still a performer.
Still perform. Oh, he's not a
Well,
wrestler though.
I know. Well, I couldn't say anything for
Yeah,
the past
okay.
10 years.
Oh
I
yeah,
guess,
yeah.
but-
Okay. Thought I'll just checking in. I'll check in for facts with you.
Okay.
So Vince McMahon is a very charismatic persona, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I had a clip, but I forgot to prep that. That's all right. We don't need it.
Instagram? Would it be on
No,
the-
it was a separate one.
Okay.
But I'll go over it. So chairman and CEO of WWE, estimated worth about 2.2 billion. How about that?
That's money
Not
bags.
bad.
That's money bags. And when I was
Wait,
looking,
wasn't his song or something? Here
Song.
comes the money. Money.
talks. I think maybe.
Like
Maybe.
his intro song.
Yeah, when he walks out on stage.
Or maybe that was when Donald Trump came on or something.
Maybe
Fuck.
both.
Was Donald Trump a
Well,
wrestler?
spoiler.
He.
sorry.
Oh, we'll get to it.
Yeah.
I mean, very
Fuck Donald
briefly.
Trump. Obligatory.
Yeah. But he can throw me in right elbow. I'll tell you that much. I saw a video.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. He took Vince Mc. No, we'll get into
Okay.
Oof.
it. So I believe from what the research I did was, I believe that Vince McMahon became the chairman of the WWE because his father was a commentator or like a wrestling commentator, pretty
Mhm.
famous one apparently.
Okay.
And he like saw the what's the word?
He grew up in the world. And
No, he just saw like the potential of wrestling around the world after like World War II or something.
Mhm.
And like, so this is a little while ago. And then he started something called got a specific name. I don't know, but it ended up being World Wrestling Entertainment, which
well,
is
it was WWF beforehand.
like before. This is like the first iteration. of
Yeah, and then
Fact check.
and then I think that was like a bit more like legit stuff. Like it was still kind of entertainment. Like it was still like
Oh yeah,
Ric Flair and stuff like that. But then it became WWE, where it became more of like a show.
Isn't WWF that animal?
Yeah,
Thing?
maybe that's kind of why they changed it too.
I think I saw something that there was a bit of there was a suing or something in regards to their name, and they had to
Oh.
change. So maybe
Yeah, that makes
maybe
sense.
the pandas came for it. Who
Yeah.
knows? I'm still on the first sentence here, so it's going to be a rough one.
Yeah, we're 10 minutes in.
All right, let's rough. All right, the place was called the Capital Wrestling Corporation
Okay.
after World War II, or like when he started it, and then it
Mhm.
ended up becoming WWE.
Yeah.
All right. So I didn't realize how big wrestling was. Like I thought it was big when we were in primary school, and like I wasn't really a fan, but I watched it because everyone else watched it, and I was like, I want to be a part of this.
Yeah.
I don't want to miss out. They had my favorites, I think.
Who?
I think Jeff Hardy
Yeah, classic.
and Rey Mysterio.
They're just so
Those are
lovable.
two names.
Yeah.
Lovable.
Little agile fighters.
Yeah, so he was like Rey Mysterio was a bit more like because the other guy there was like Triple H and stuff. They're like big guys, right?
Yeah.
So their stuff is like strength, like whatever. But then Rey Mysterio is this little like what's it like luchador? Like
yeah. He had like a luchador mask on and
Okay.
everything.
And he was like a little guy, and he would like
he was like very short.
he was tiny, but
was
he
like
would like
4 foot
jump off the
something.
ropes and do swings on the ropes and stuff. And it was like this is
He was
sick to
putting on a
watch.
show.
Yeah,
Okay, all
that's
right.
why he was a favorite. He was
Yeah.
quite unique.
And he was never like pictured as the bad guy, I don't
No.
think.
And I remember
Super
it was
fun.
because he wore the mask always, and it was like, what's he look like without the
Whoa.
mask?
I think I saw a photo of him.
I think it got
recently,
ripped off in
actually.
one match, and then he was like going like this, so like you couldn't see.
Wow.
But
We're
that's
gonna
why
use that for the thumbnail, by the way. Grace's face there. That. So yeah. So there were some good guys and lots of bad guys as well.
Yeah.
Like people who painted in a bad light. We'll
Mm.
get to there. So I just wanted to go over some of the most absurd and also obscene moments in WWE
Okay.
history.
I probably-
Dylan knows all.
Yeah, I
of
probably
them.
We'll
witnessed
see. We'll
this
see if you know all
live.
of them. I think most of them, except for maybe 2, were actually under this Vince McMahon character, like his reign as the CEO. I'll start it off with a quote from Instagram from the post that inspired me.
Okay.
This is just the bio or the caption, sorry, for the segment. Oh wait, where is it? Vince McMahon's seen a lot of things, but heaven won't be one of them.
Oh,
Whoa,
wow.
How about that?
Wait, so is he just is he a
Savage.
dick in real life too?
Well, I couldn't find any footage of him in real life, so I don't know.
There was something I remember. There was like a bit of a lawsuit because he was around when The Rock was a fighter,
Mm.
and when The Rock started wanting to do like movies and stuff like that, but he was taking that Rock persona. I remember Vince was trying to like own The Rock,
Oh.
and that became a whole thing.
You can't touch the rock.
Can't touch The Rock.
Apparently not. He still got it. People call him. Wait,
Yeah, he's
does he
Dwayne The
call
Rock
him
Johnson.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
wow.
All right.
But it was I remember it was a big thing back
Mm.
then.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Controlling.
There seemed
Yeah.
to be a lot of lawsuits when I was looking on the wiki page. There were like 8 different things specifically for years and lawsuits. Now this other quote, who's directly from Vince McMahon, in his persona or not, I guess it's for you guys to decide. I could get into trouble for this if it gets taken out of context, but
It will.
this is the quote from Vince McMahon and not me. And he was on stage while doing this. If you're not Caucasian, then leave. I don't make the rules around here. The CEO of WWE.
The guy who makes the guy who makes the rules.
Yeah.
Directed towards the audience or
To the wrestler. I don't know what the context was, but it was like there were like heaps of wrestlers around the stage.
Wow.
oh no.
He's like, Mark Henry, get out of here. or
Mark
something.
Henry, no.
Mark Henry was a lovable guy,
Yeah.
I think.
Was like Booker T.
Yeah, Booker T gets a mention in this.
Was he there? He
I
would've
didn't see him.
dropped
It was
kicked
very. It looked like very old footage, but it could just be bad footage.
Interesting.
So,
Oh,
You know,
well,
that sort of sets the stage. You know,
mm.
but it's not all like that. That's. I just thought I'd add that one in.
That's a bad one.
Yep.
Reese will get taken out of context for that.
I'm sure it will. So let's start in 2004 when a character named Muhammad Hassan he debuted in the WWE, and so he was a Arab American wrestler is what he was titled as, and he was unfortunately portrayed as the bad guy.
Mm.
So he fought the Undertaker in a specific match. Who
Undertaker classic.
back me up? I don't know if this is true, but
He
is
just
he
retired.
like just died?
Retired.
Oh, better news. Is he like the final boss essentially?
Yeah, he's kind of like a bad guy because he's like painted as a bad guy, but everybody loves him because
Yeah.
he's such a sick character,
Mhm.
and everyone is afraid of him.
Okay.
And he has a brother called Kane who's from hell.
Yep.
Oh,
Kane gets a mention. in
Nice.
this.
sounds scary.
Yeah, a bit
Well, the
spooky.
Undertaker, he's like his whole thing is like you knock him out, and he's like lying back, and then his eyes go like this. He goes, and then he sits up. He goes like this, and then the audience goes, "Wow, no!" And then the person in the ring's like,
and the person's usually facing the other way
Yeah.
too, so they're not aware that
Oh.
the
Or-
Undertaker's getting up.
or there's like a fight happening, right? And then because the Undertaker's intro music starts with like a big like church bell that just goes dong, and all the lights go down, and it's like his thing is like blue or whatever. But it's like night.
And it's like humming like a chant, like
Yeah.
Gregorian chanting.
So then like people will be fighting, and then you hear dong, and the guy goes, "Oh my god!" And then
Just all the smoke comes out.
and he walks so slow, like he has to walk from the entrance down the ramp.
Oh,
But he's
takes
just like,
forever.
and everyone's like, "Oh my god!"
The suspense. Can you do the eyes one more time?
We need to get a gif of that or a gif, whatever.
Oof.
What were we up to? Oh yeah, so he was fighting the Undertaker. Undertaker beat him.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was fair and square. But then Muhammad Hassan started getting on his knees and prayed to. Just prayed.
Okay.
And then suddenly, believe it or not, 5 men in ski masks and full camo rushed the stage and beat up the Undertaker.
Oh my god!
What the?
What? This wasn't planned. I picture the commentators like, who could have seen this coming?
What?
They're playing the whole time.
Yeah.
Shit.
I think I just made a spit bubble. Sorry about that.
Ooh, edit that out.
So, yeah, perfect. So they beat up the Undertaker, choke him out, and then he gets the Undertaker in a submission called the Camel Clutch. Wins the
Clutch.
match. Yeah,
Wow.
I think. So that was taped on the 4th of July in 2005 and aired on the 7th, which was unfortunately the same day where a terrorist attacked. It was like a London bombing.
Oh,
I think.
God.
On the 7th.
Yeah. So the day that it aired.
Yep.
And the WWE actually tried to like spin that to give the Hassan character like more material to work with as like being the bad guy. But then whoever owned the WWE was like, that's not happening. And the
God.
character was axed a week later.
Well, that's the whole thing with WWE. It's all about like America, and you know, if there's any foreign character, like they're just gonna. Well, I don't know nowadays, but
Yeah,
at least back then it was like the Americans will win. You know, it's kind
Or
of
like
very,
super patriotic.
yeah. Like I'm
Mm.
pretty sure they did like exhibition fights for like the troops over at some.
Oh, really?
yeah.
Put them on a show for the
I remember
troops.
they would do it over Christmas because I remember like John Cena because he was like the army character, right?
Mhm.
You know John Cena?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he was like the army, so it was like a whole thing.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, so don't feel too bad for Hassan because he obviously had to leave, lost his job. Looked him up. He's actually now the principal at Fulton Junior High School
Oh.
I know.
in New York.
Yeah, Fulton that's a good place as well.
I think he's doing good.
That's
you know.
awesome.
He did
That's
a few
good.
things, but that's where he is at the moment. So good on him.
Nice. He got out.
Yeah.
What a
Yeah, exactly.
spin.
Yeah, how about that?
Because that could have been bad for him. Is like I wonder how like their wrestling personas affect when people see them in real life too. That could have, stuff you can't control.
Yeah,
sometimes, you know?
exactly.
Yeah.
And I know before we started, I didn't even think that there was going to be penis-related stuff in this. Quick penis one.
Sorry,
Just real
Grace.
quick.
Real
Sorry,
sorry,
Grace. Sorry
Grace.
about this.
We don't do this ever.
So wrestler by the name Venus. I think he was like a sex-themed dude.
Oh.
Don't know. But he ended up getting into a feud with the Kai and Tai, which was a group of Japanese wrestlers.
Okay.
So, it was the reason they got so mad at Venus is because he filmed a sex tape with their manager's wife.
Oh, okay.
So they're like, this guy's getting fucked up. So they end up jumping him backstage in the,
Yeah.
the manager ended up, as a quote said, with a sword saying, "We're gonna choppy your pee."
Oh no.
So they jump him backstage, the members, ambushed him after a match or something. So he's like
Yeah, yeah.
tired, he's doing the walkout, probably won. Ambushed. They take him to a room. There's a photo of him, so there would have been footage of this, butt naked, tied up. They put his junk on a chopping block. And then they get a katana and they get a sword of some sort.
Yeah.
And they go to chop it, and then the camera cuts.
Wow.
Wait, so where was this on TV?
It would have been on TV at some stage,
So it's
but I've
like
only seen. I've
It's
only
like
seen
a a part of a performance. Like,
Yeah,
it's part of the
so-
show.
yeah.
Grace, it's not real.
I'm struggling
it's
to
like-
understand
it's-
what's real and what's fake.
So it's shot from behind, so you obviously don't see his junk or anything, but he's like butt naked, hung up there,
Whoa.
and they go to cut it off.
Is this
camera
rated
cut.
R?
It probably should have been back then, honestly. It had some video nasties on there. That's what it had. So apparently, I heard that apparently a cold breeze saved his junk at the last second, so they didn't actually cut it off.
What
That's
does that
all.
mean?
That's the only information that I got on that.
A
So
cold breeze.
yeah, a cool breeze saved his junk from
All
the
right.
fate of the sword. I guess.
Wow. So they would say on the show that detail about the sex tape.
Yeah. Oh, they really went into stuff. It was
But that's not real.
That would be like there was a lot of
That's
There
the
are-
thing. What's real and what's not?
yeah,
I feel like
that's
they
the
would-
magic of it.
They would like bring content to the board and be like, this actually happened, but let's put it on the show.
Well, we'll get into something soon.
with
but-
Triple H. Because Triple
Nah,
H
nah.
was like he got like married to Vince's daughter Stephanie.
Oh,
But it was like, is this real? Like,
you couldn't like it was hard to tell.
but then like there was lots of like, cause they do like scenes in between the fights and stuff like that, progress like the character story and stuff like that. And like there was a lot of shit with them too.
Okay. Well, speaking of Triple H, let's go on to the reportedly single most tasteless thing that the WWE ever
Oh,
did.
God, I high fived this guy.
You might want to wash your hands after this one.
Ugh.
So there was the gist of the whole situation was that Triple H had uncovered a shameful secret about Kane,
Uh-huh.
who was the
Undertaker's
Undertaker's brother
brother.
from Hell, as Dylan mentioned
Okay,
before.
yep.
And apparently, Kane was in a drink driving accident and ended up killing his high school girlfriend, Katie Vick. Sort of sounds like
That was
fucking
real.
Halloween. Oh no, I don't know. This is
Surely that's real. If he's a high school girlfriend and stuff,
maybe.
he's from hell. He's not.
Well, if it was real, it's even worse because on October 22nd, 2002, Triple H promised to present to Kane, because they were obviously in some sort of a feud,
Okay.
the most graphic and salacious video footage, quote, that he's ever seen. So the footage, I don't know whether it was showed on like the big teleprompter or whatever, but the footage was Triple H in a Kane mask reenacting the funeral of his girlfriend. So there's a
so
mannequin in a coffin.
Yeah.
And he gets in the coffin and starts like humping the coffin and like starts like making out with the coffin, whatever. With the
Wow.
girl in the coffin, with the mannequin in the
Yeah.
coffin. We'll just get that clear. He ends up like doing it goes for 7 minutes. The video.
Oh.
7 minutes.
Oh.
And at the end of the 7 minutes, he picks up like raw meat or something. And
What?
the quote was because he was proving that he literally screwed her brains out.
Oh.
Yeah. So this is Triple H. You high five this guy. by the way.
Yeah.
I think he made a turn around from then.
I don't know.
I don't know if you
That's
can.
bad. Damn.
So this is all meant to be like fuel to the
Yeah,
fire
so-
of
so
the
you can
fight.
fight
Because then they're
Yeah.
like, I want to fight you, Triple H. Then
So they like
Yeah.
show this and then they act like
yeah,
Well, I
I'm gonna
can't
kill
believe
you.
he did this. Yeah. And they
That's-
fight.
effed up.
it's
that's-
drama. Like you guys watch Love Island, you know. It's just the same
Mm.
drama.
I don't know if it's the same.
Just imagine sitting in the crowd being like, yeah.
Cool brains out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. That's exactly what
On like
they
a
probably did.
massive like 50-foot
Yeah.
screen or something
People
like
start
that.
Like
leaving.
starting to get hype, be like, yeah.
Like, hold on.
this,
Wait,
A lot of kids as
why
well.
is he getting in the coffin? Just in the crowd, like, oh my god!
cut it, turn it up.
The people shielding the kids'
Yeah.
eyes.
Is that raw meat?
So, Triple H is now the vice president and global talent strategy and development for the WWE.
Currently.
Really,
Currently, yeah,
Oh, it's probably got to do with his connections with Stephanie then.
yeah, worked his way up.
Oh dear.
I'm sure that that bumped him up a few spots in the corporate ladder of the
Mm.
WWE.
Yeah.
All right, no more disgusting stuff. We're all done with that.
Let's get an uplifting one.
Dylan
maybe.
can relax
yeah.
about his childhood
Yeah,
heroes.
exactly. That's it. We'll go. I mean, Triple H also did a full blackface as well.
Oh,
We'll just add that one
fuck.
in.
I don't think you can really.
Did I say he was
Spin
my
that.
favorite?
We'll go for the. We're up to like grand finale time. I think so. How long have we been recording?
No, it's only been like 25 minutes.
Okay. The grand. Oh yeah, it's fine. This is good. This is the grand finale anyway. We'll do the big one. This is the big one.
This is the WrestleMania of this episode.
pretty much.
Okay.
What's that?
Big event.
Does everyone
once
know what
a year.
WrestleMania is?
They have a couple of different events. WrestleMania being the biggest pay-per-view. Actually paid for it 1 year.
Is it like championship?
Yeah, they have like a big. They also host a big Royal Rumble there, which is an event. Doing here, it's kind of exciting. So 2 people, or no, I think it's like 4 people start in the ring, and then every 90 seconds somebody comes into the ring, and the objective is just to throw. You got to be the last one standing in the ring. That's the objective. So you're fighting people and then trying to throw them over the ropes and get them out. And there's 100 people that come in, right? But it never made sense to me because there's no chance that anybody that starts in the ring is going to be the last one there because they're going to be so puffed by the time the 100
no stamina.
person that comes in 100 is like, damn, these guys are all
Yeah,
doing all
you'd
the
want to
heavy
be
lifting.
the last.
You'd want to just chill in the corner.
Yeah.
Just let people fight.
Yeah.
But that's kind of cool.
Okay. All right. So back to the grand finale. So
I don't watch wrestling anymore, guys.
I don't know.
In 2006, Vince McMahon was feuding with Shawn Michaels.
That's
That's
Triple
a
H's
name?
buddy.
Yeah.
That's the Heartbreak Kid.
Yeah. He used to just kick people in the chin.
Sweet
That was
Chin.
his move.
It was called Sweet Chin Music.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Sorry. My
But they're
apologies.
friends.
Well, they were
yeah.
a team
Okay.
called like DMX or something
It was DX. It was DX.
Don't stop.
Because
because they go like this.
yeah.
That was
I had
their
a
move.
pair of boxes that I bought from Target once.
that had
And
that.
they were black and they had spray painted DX.
And you're calling me the used guy saying I'm the wrestling fan.
I had hella girlfriends because of those boxes. No. So
That was gross. That thing that you just did.
That's what they did.
I don't remember. No, they did.
You bitch.
So Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid, in real life, he'd refound Christianity again. Apparently,
Found
so
the Lord.
he sort of mixed that into his. Outfits and stuff.
Oh, like with Jesus.
Well, he had the crosses on his pants because I remember once when I was just drawings. I was doing like crosses and stuff like that
Okay.
because of him, and it was kind
Yeah.
of
Oh, so you converted to
Yeah, I found the
Christianity
Lord as
because of
well.
him.
Yep.
yeah.
Devout Christian. So he added lots of crosses and stuff to his on-screen persona as well, which is, makes sense. Adding a bit of your personal life.
Yep.
He was such a devout Christian that in fact he had to fight Vince McMahon and someone else in a tag team match. Could you have any guess who his tag team partner was for that match?
It wasn't Triple H.
Donald Trump.
Jesus.
Very close.
Really?
The devil.
Think the opposite.
Jesus.
It was
God?
God himself.
Wait, there's
I
a
don't-
person that was God in the ring,
God was there.
like an actual person.
Not an actual person.
Okay.
So
What do you
God.
mean?
God was his tag team partner for that
Okay.
match. So Shawn Michaels and God were versing the CEO of wrestling and the CEO of wrestling's son in a tag team match.
Wow.
But there was no God.
There was no actual God.
So how did they act it out?
Oh, I will get there.
Okay.
So the WWE network assures its viewers that the McMahons were facing the team of Shawn Michaels and God. So this is all legit under the eyes of the WWE.
Yep.
Um,
God legally signed that contract. He was going to
Yeah.
be in the ring.
So before the fight, it was probably before another fight or something, when Shawn Michaels won, the CEO calls him out and he goes, this is a direct quote because I watched the clip and this is a direct quote. He announces, "You and God versus me, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, and the product of my semen, my son, Shane." And the
Oh.
crowd just goes nuts.
Oh my
And
God.
The son's just like, what?
Can you cool it, Dad?
Like, you didn't have to add that semen bit. Like, that's what he says backstage.
He
Come on,
actually
we
does it?
agree-
Oh.
No. It's like, he agreed on the no semen, Dad. Come on. So
First my graduation, and now in the biggest night of my life at the wrestling.
So Vince McMahon and Shane enter the stage. They're doing a little spiel about calling out Shawn Michaels. He announces God to come in. He calls him the Holy High Roller, or the man upstairs, the Holy High Roller.
Okay.
And then God actually enters the ring. Some holy music, some angels, a choir of angels sing.
Do they just have a spotlight?
A spotlight drops.
Oh my god.
And it starts coming towards the thing.
Just going down the ramp. Oh man.
And you see some people are like praying to in the crowd, like making jokes and stuff.
Wow.
And then Vince McMahon, sorry, goes, hold it there, God. He has a really fucked up voice. Like, it's really like this when he yells. Probably because he just yells all the time.
Ew.
And he stops him in his tracks and he goes, God, when he says something like this, he's like, we're playing in my house. These are my rules. No your rules, God. And he's like, you know what? Stop with that walk. It's time to get jiggy with it. And then like some music, like funky upbeat music starts playing. And the spotlight sort of like jiggles.
Oh no.
It walks around the ring.
No.
The commentator's like, I don't know what they're like, hey Mike, hey buddy, the God's coming just around us. You see him? Classic. So
wow.
So that happens and fucking the CEO's like waltzing around the ring at the same time because obviously nothing's happening because there's just a spotlight walking around the ring. And then he gets in the ring. God gets in the ring. Wow. So the spotlight's in the ring with them.
Imagine the lighting guy. He's responsible for God's presence.
God. So the son's like, I don't know, the CEO's talking or whatever. And then the son's like, yo, Dad, he's in the ring. Like, he's like, whoa, he's in the ring. He snuck up on me. And he gets the ref. He's like, hold on, God, hold on. And he gets the ref. He's like, check him. Like for weapons and stuff. And the ref's got like, what do you mean? What do I do here? And he's like, check him. And the ref's like not being compliant. And he slaps the ref in the face. And the ref just like can't do anything because he slaps him and then he just goes like, he goes to start talking to God, and then Shawn Michaels comes in. They do their fight. Fight happens.
Who wins?
Well, Vince.
God from the top of the ropes.
Do they just have the spotlight going crazy
Well,
in the ring?
I didn't see any footage from the actual fight, but I imagine. Oh wait, because it's a tag team. Don't the tag team partner wait on the side?
Yeah. He was probably
maybe he just never tagged in.
Oh, so
maybe God was just
he's
support.
just hanging on the ropes.
Yeah, moral support. Yeah. God. So Vince picks up a trash can at some point, smashes it over the Heartbreak Kid's head.
Oof.
So he's out. I think God even runs away from the fight, actually. So
spotlight exits.
Yeah, so he smashes the can on the wrestler's head and then points to the corner of the ring where God's supposed to be and starts trash talking God.
Ooh.
And then he keeps trash talking him and's like, where you going, God? And the spotlight runs up the ramp out of the stage. And he's like, God has left the building.
Oh my God.
I don't know how you get away with this. Like, specifically the biggest religion ever.
I wonder if there was like a bunch of just write-ins and things like that.
Well, there's surely a lot of the like people that attended or people
would
that
have been
watch
offended.
it are like hardcore Christians.
You
So
would
I imagine
think
them to be
so.
like, white Republican.
Yeah.
You
Wrestling fans.
but they'd probably just love it. In a weird way, they were probably like, yeah.
Whoa, God was actually here.
God's on the roster?
Yeah.
On the roster.
On the roster.
So God ran away. They won the fight, I think. That's all I remember. Like a team of people came to beat up Shawn Michaels again or something like that. Like that was just seems to be a recurring theme. So yeah, I just honestly couldn't believe that. As soon as I saw, like I was looking up, as soon as I saw God versus fucking whatever his name is, Vince McMahon.
Yep.
I was like, this is the cream of the crop. Like
Damn.
this is exactly.
It's
what we
funny
wanna
because
hear.
they have before like fights before they go like an ad break. They're like coming up, we have Vince versus God. So then they have like a picture of like Vince like doing like a pose or something like that.
like just a
and
spotlight.
then there's just
on-
like a spotlight for the other side. That's so funny.
So yeah, so we just that was the big finale.
Okay.
Thought that was pretty good.
Yeah.
I got some special mentions too though.
Sure.
Speaking of Dwayne The Rock Johnson
Uh-huh.
before, this one was actually on the little Instagram clip that I saw. It's him slapping his meat backstage, saying, "I actually
What?
wrote it down." He goes, "Easy, big fella. Easy, big fella." Slapping his meat.
Wow.
The Rock was doing that because he was talking to someone backstage, and he was like, "Us, I'm The Rock. Like I'm The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson." He shakes her hand, and his leg starts moving, and she's like, "What's going on?" And he's like, "Oh, sorry," and he starts slapping his meat,
Wow.
Whoa.
like his leg, like down here. I
Bill.
mean, the Dwayne The Rock Johnson's a big fella, but it's not that big. I'll be
Okay.
honest. It's all
Well,
part.
he
It
wears
is part of the
Speedos.
show.
His thing is the Speedos. That's his outfit.
Oh, okay.
So he can't be hanging out past the
Oh.
Speedos.
Exactly. Unless it's wrapped around or something. This Vince Vaughn, the CEO, calling John
You said
Cena.
Vince Vaughn
Vince
again.
Vaughn.
It's his Vince Vaughn now, all right? Just picture
I can
Vince
only
Vaughn.
picture him in like a little Speedo
Well,
wrestler.
can you picture him calling John Cena my N-word?
Oh,
backstage?
no.
Yeah.
Of
He goes,
course.
"What's
So
good?"
these aren't like secret security camera footage.
No, this
these
is
are
just-
like
it's like, this is
filmed
the
for
bit.
the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, "What's good in the hood?" to John Cena.
John Cena is white. as
Yeah.
well. I don't think
John Cena is white.
I don't think Vince McMahon cares much about what anybody thinks.
No,
of
I
it. Like,
really
and
don't think
it's
so.
like he's never gonna get canceled because of that. Like he'll
Yeah.
just keep doing worse things.
Yeah.
If
Well,
he still
yeah,
is.
and
I don't know if he
like the people that love wrestling again are probably like, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh,
is-
there was one very funny video. It's like an old wrestling
Is it Booker T?
where he's like yelling at the
Yep,
camera.
yeah, we'll get
he's
there, we'll
that-
get there.
Yeah, okay.
So there's another segment. I don't know what the context is. Maybe it legitimately was probably one of the divas had an abortion or something, or lost a child or
I said that
something.
so nonchalantly.
Because I'm honestly the stuff that I read, you
really
wouldn't believe.
really came out of nowhere with that
Yeah,
one.
no, hey, this is what it was. The wrestling, what WWE is
Okay.
essentially, or was.
Terrific.
Yeah. So there's a segment where a wrestler brings out a little baby, or like a fucking doll within a wrap, and there's baby noises coming over the fucking
God.
audience and stuff, and he ends up just kicking the baby into the crowd. How about that?
How about that?
Oh my god.
Speaking of Rey Mysterio before,
Yeah.
and speaking of also bringing real life things into wrestling, Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero fought in a ladder match over the custody of a child.
Oh wow.
So
But
whoever
that was
won.
real.
So I don't know whether they
I'm
signed off
confused.
on that, but they actually there was some sort of custody dispute or something,
Oh my god.
and they may have settled it in the ring.
Those I
They
feel
would
like
have
those
to.
wrestlers would just be used to dealing with like real life problems.
Yeah,
When
and-
they reach a point, they're like, "How are we gonna figure this out?
Mm.
Let's take it to the ring."
Yeah. Hell in the Cell.
We'll finish off with the Booker T one because that's a good
That's
one.
funny, yeah.
I mentioned before, Donald Trump won a WWE match actually.
Against who?
Wow.
Vince Vaughn and someone else, and I think he was tag teaming with someone.
Uh-huh.
So it was the winner of the match got to shave the other person's head. So Donald Trump got to shave Vince McMahon's head.
Okay.
And the last one, an old clip,
Yeah.
very old clip, and it's a wrestler called Booker T, absolutely jacked at this point.
Oh, he was massive. then.
Absolutely, like
Yeah.
he could have been. He's like Arnie big. He looks Arnie big. He's calling out Hulk Hogan, classic
Mhm.
household wrestler name. I think everyone loves Hulk Hogan. And he's going on like he's we're gonna beat you, Hulk Hogan, fucking talking about all this and
Yeah.
that. He keeps going hard. It's like it's about a solid minute of abuse, and then he ends it with Hulk Hogan, we're coming for you, and he slips the N word on TV, and as soon as
Oh.
he says it, he just goes.
And he like
And
turns around.
he turns around, and there's his team behind him. I think it's a diva and another male wrestler. Sorry, and he turns around and she's smiling like he just said it on TV.
Trying not to laugh.
Trying not to laugh. It was fucking hilarious.
It's a good clip, yeah.
And I tried to do a bit more research on it to see if there was anything else. I only found someone interviewing him years later
Yeah.
and was like, what was going through your head? And he's like, man, I just knew I fucked up. And he was saying that apparently he just felt really bad because he called Hulk Hogan that. And then apparently, now this is what he said in an interview. He said Hulk Hogan ended up coming to him and he said to Booker T, hey, that's all right, man, but at least I'm a good N-word.
Oh,
now,
my God.
he didn't specifically say if Hulk Hogan said it
Okay.
or just
Yeah.
the N, you know. So yeah, that's a few wrestling points right there.
Little memory trip
Wow.
down memory lane right there.
Yeah,
WWE.
definitely sparked something in you.
How do you feel now learning about that?
Oh yeah, opinions
Pretty
on
much the
Triple
same.
H. It's pretty much the same. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wrestling is kind of cool though.
It was
It's like, but
entertaining,
then
I
when you're a
guess.
kid, you don't think of that stuff.
You
But then you
definitely
look back
don't.
and you're like, oh, it's like super fucked up. Everything outside of like the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's it.
That's it.
Thanks, Reese.
That's all
Thanks,
right.
Reese. And
Oh, is that God? Is God coming on
Whoa.
the next episode?
Well, God's here already. Wow. Oh,
God
okay.
really came in hot there.
Damn.
Oh my God.